There was a time when the heavens and the earth were separate, each existing in perfect harmony. The angels, magnificent and radiant, served in the celestial realm, bound by divine law, while mankind dwelled below, toiling in the earth, loving and worshipping their Creator. The balance was flawless, and the universe functioned exactly as it was meant to. The angels, clad in garments of light, sang in the celestial courts, their voices blending into melodies that resonated throughout the cosmos. They were guardians of divine order, entrusted with power and wisdom beyond human comprehension. These ethereal beings existed in a realm of perfect order and divine service, where their every action reflected the glory of their Creator. Their duties were vast, ranging from delivering messages to battling dark forces, all done with a devotion that was unwavering. But even among the hosts of heaven, there were those who watched the world below with increasing fascination. The simplicity of human life, its raw and unrefined beauty, captivated these divine watchers. They observed the mundane yet profound experiences of humanity: laughter, sorrow, love, and pain. These emotions, so foreign and yet so alluring, stirred something within these celestial beings. Then something happened that was never meant to be. Some of the mighty angels, created to worship and serve God, looked upon the earth and saw something that captivated them: human women. These women were unlike anything in heaven, raw, imperfect, yet radiating a beauty that no celestial being had ever encountered. Their laughter filled the valleys, their eyes shimmered with untamed emotions, their love was unlike the ordered adoration of the angelic host. For the first time, the hearts of these divine beings were stirred with desires they were never meant to feel. What started as a passing curiosity became an obsession. The Watchers, angels assigned to oversee mankind, began to dwell too long on the beauty of the daughters of men. Their divine duty to observe and protect turned into a yearning to experience the very life they were meant to watch over. At first, they resisted. They knew the laws of heaven, the sacred decree forbidding them from interfering with humanity beyond their divine mission. But the longer they observed, the harder it became to turn away. Could they not love as mankind loved? Could they not experience what it meant to be human? The internal struggle of these angels grew more intense with each passing day. They questioned the boundaries set by the Creator, wondering if those limitations were meant to be tested. The very essence of their being, which had always been in harmony with divine will, now wavered as they grappled with newfound emotions. And so they made a choice, one that would shake both heaven and earth to their core. At first, the women had no idea they were being watched. Life went on as it always had. Fields were harvested, rivers flowed, and children played beneath the vast sky. But something was different. A strange presence loomed over them, unseen but deeply felt. The aura of the divine watchers cast an almost mystical ambience over the land. The women could sense an otherworldly gaze upon them, a feeling both exhilarating and unnerving. Whispers of dreams and visions spread among them, tales of encounters with beings too majestic to be human. They could not explain it, yet they felt it in their bones. The air was charged with something unnatural. At night they dreamt of figures too beautiful to be human, strangers with eyes that gleamed like starlight, voices that echoed through their souls. Some awoke breathless, hearts pounding, as though someone had whispered their name from the heavens. And then, one by one, they appeared. These were no ordinary men. The moment they stepped into the villages, time itself seemed to slow. They were breathtakingly beautiful, their forms towering and perfect. Their eyes held the glow of the cosmos, and their presence commanded awe. When they spoke, their voices rang like melodies woven from the very essence of creation. They were not just men. They were angels. The appearance of these celestial beings left the women in awe and wonder. Their ethereal beauty and commanding presence created an irresistible allure. These angels knew the deepest desires and fears of the women, and they spoke with a wisdom and tenderness that transcended human understanding. The women who encountered them felt an irresistible pull. This was not mere attraction. It was something deeper, something ancient, something supernatural. These beings knew their hearts, their fears, their desires. They whispered secrets never before revealed to mankind, and one by one, the women chose them. What followed were unions that should never have been. The fallen angels took human wives and imparted to them knowledge forbidden to men. They taught them the ways of warfare, the crafting of weapons, the use of enchantments, and the mysteries of the stars. The wisdom that had once belonged only to heaven was now in the hands of mortals. Mankind was no longer innocent. They had been led astray. From these forbidden unions arose something unnatural, something powerful, something feared, the Nephilim. Born with the strength of angels, but the unbridled desires of men, they were giants, creatures of unparalleled might. Their appetites were insatiable, their tempers uncontrollable. When they walked, the earth trembled. When they roared, the mountains quaked. Their existence disrupted the natural order. The Nephilim, with their immense power and insatiable desires, wreaked havoc upon the earth. They knew no restraint, no humility. Their hunger for power grew without limit. They plundered villages, crushed civilizations, and set themselves up as kings and gods. They ruled with an iron fist, demanding worship and sacrifice. The cries of the oppressed rose to heaven. Something had to be done. God, in his justice, could not let this corruption continue. He beheld the earth and saw that wickedness had spread like an incurable plague. And so he decreed a judgment that would change the world forever. A flood, a mighty, inescapable flood that would cleanse the earth and purge the corruption wrought by the fallen ones. Only Noah, a righteous man, found favor in God's eyes. He was chosen to survive, to carry forward the remnant of mankind. As the heavens opened and the torrents descended, the Nephilim roared in fury, their voices lost in the crashing waves. The fallen angels, powerless to save their children, watched as their legacies were swallowed by the abyss. And yet, their punishment had only just begun. Before the flood, the archangel Michael was sent forth with a mission of divine retribution. His command? To capture and imprison the angels who had abandoned their celestial posts. One by one, they were confronted. No longer did they shine with the radiance of heaven. Their once glorious forms dimmed, their wings darkened, their power stripped away. "You have forsaken your place," Michael declared, his voice a thunderclap across the realms. "You will be cast into the abyss until the day of reckoning." And so the rebellious angels were seized and bound with chains of fire. They were cast into the depths of the earth, imprisoned in darkness, their cries unheard by the heavens. Never again would they walk among men. This story is not just a tale of ancient history, it is a warning. Even today, the temptation to chase what feels right over what is right is strong. The pursuit of forbidden knowledge, unchecked power, and reckless love has led many astray. The fallen angels believed they were choosing love, but in truth, they chose rebellion. The women thought they had found something greater than what God had planned, yet they lost everything. The Nephilim believed they were invincible, but even they were swept away by divine judgment. This story teaches us that some boundaries are not meant to be crossed. We must learn from the mistakes of the past, recognizing that some desires, though enticing, lead to ruin. The tale of the fallen angels and their forbidden love serves as a timeless reminder that adherence to divine law is paramount.